Um, so, I was thinking today, and I was just thinking that I think it's funny to me how often we really think that we understand the grace of God. And that may sound simple, but we don't get it. And what I mean by that is the moment that we say, I get it, is the moment that we don't get it. Because you see, the grace of God is contingent upon the fact that I am entirely undeserving and entirely incapable and inept of being righteous on my own. I am entirely inadequate. And it's not just a behavioral condition. It is a qualitative deficiency. A qualitative deficiency at the essence of who I am, what I am, what it is that defines me as a human being, is wholly, completely incapable of living up to God's standard. And it is the grace of God that is that breaches that gap, that enables me to fully be righteous. That it says, as Paul says in Romans, that through him the righteous requirements of the law are met through us only because Christ took on our sinful nature, took on our inadequacy, and through that inadequate mode of existence lived out a perfect life, put that mode of existence to death, and defeated it in the resurrection, and bestows it upon us now. That's the only way that we can be righteous. But the only reason we can be is because the one who is completely, qualitatively other and different and separate from us came down in human form. Anyway, I mean, not to create some kind of treatise on the atonement or anything like that, but like I said, we think we get God's grace, but we don't. Because my understanding is part of the fallen creature that I am. What it is that defines me as me is the broken, fallen, inadequate, insufficient creature who is incapable of meeting God's righteous standards. So the only way I can fully get grace is if I fully acknowledge how incapable of fully apprehending it, of fully mastering it that I am. I think as vain creatures we have this consistent compulsion toward mastery. And it is only in the concession of that to the Lordship of Christ, to the grace of Christ that states, you're adequate, I'm inadequate. You're enough, I'm not enough. You're good enough, I am fundamentally flawed. It's only in that concession, that contrition, that the grace of God can function. And so I pray that we may all continue to be in a state of acknowledgement unto our inadequacy and God's adequacy, to the real essence of grace, which is that we will never fully get it, because our human fallen nature can never fully get what is beyond us. Our fallen nature can never get something, our fallen imperfect nature can never get something, master something that is a reflection of His perfection. And so I pray that we can say, God, your grace is beyond my understanding, and that's why it is in some interesting but functional way, sufficient way in my insufficiency, enough. It is satisfactory in some small way. Amen to that.